What's up everyone, Danny Lightning back with another warrobots video. Today we're going to talk about choosing the 4 most important pilot skills, and after that we'll also go on a bit about understanding pilots better and help you understand how they work, which ones to choose and stuff like that. It's not that hard to get a pilot up to level 40, which will give you 4 skills. I would say the number 1 most important skill, the first thing you should add, is Armor Expert. Armor Expert gives your robot more durability. Every robot needs to have this on the pilot. Speed and durability are extremely important in this game. Those are 2 of the most important things you can get. Skill number 2, we have Roadhog, which gives your robot more speed. Armor Expert and Roadhog, no matter what, those are the first 2 skills you should add to your robot. Now when it comes to skill 3 and 4, that's going to be optional. Dodger is one of those skills you're going to want on most robots, at least at some point, because it makes your modules recharge faster, so you can use your healing more often, your phase shift more often. That is a very important skill. The next one is Stubborn Warrior. When you get down to low health, when you're at 30% health, you're going to get additional defense points. That's going to make your robot much harder to kill. But when you're choosing the second skill and the third skill, you're also going to want to look through the list, because some robots have things available that others don't. So you want to make sure you're picking the absolute best ones for your robot. For example, Lancelot has a skill called Ghost that makes him move really fast. So I would definitely be picking the Ghost skill for the Lancelot. But generally, I am going to add Armor Expert, Roadhog, Dodger, and Stubborn Warrior to pretty much every robot. But if I can only have the 4 skills, the last 2 are going to change on some robots. You just got to look through and see if there's one of the skills that are more beneficial. But speed and durability, guys, are very important in this game. You want to be as durable as possible, and you want to be as fast as possible. Now there are some damage skills, and generally I don't choose those because they're a very small help. For example, Master Gunsmith, that's the first skill you're going to see up there. Let's go ahead and choose that. Let's go ahead and move that up to the very max level. And, well, what are we going to get? We are going to get 5% more damage, which is going to be barely noticeable. I'm telling you, 5% is way less than you think. It may sound like a lot, but we've done a lot of testing on 5%, and you can barely tell a difference on the battlefield. Now, you can spend your gold and randomly roll for skills, but I don't do that, and I'm going to show you why. So we're going to start rolling until I get a skill that I actually want. So here's the first roll. What's this going to give us? Bounty Hunter. I don't want that skill. Let's do it again. So here comes 300 gold. It gave me Stubborn Speedster. Don't want that skill. Here's another 150 gold. So now we're at what, 450 gold. It gave me Module Experts. Don't really want that skill. That skill is slightly helpful. There's way better skills out there. Let's roll it again. All right, so now we're on what, the 4th roll or something like that. Radar Gunsmith. Do not want that, right? Do not want that skill. All right, let's roll it again. I mean, there's times where it's actually taken me more gold to roll a skill and get one that I actually wanted than it was to just choose one with the gold. I mean, Adamant Mechanic, don't want that skill. How many rolls are we on right now, and how much gold has this just cost? Cautious Pilot, he has increased durability, but his speed is lowered. I like the extra durability, but I don't know if I want to lose my speed. Let's go ahead and roll again. So, I don't know. It's Cunning Opportunist. Destroying an enemy robot increases your movement speed. Don't care about that one. That's not one of the most beneficial skills. I mean, it's nice, but don't need it. So let's roll again. I mean, I could sit here all day just rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling. Stubborn Speedster. Didn't I just get this one a minute ago? That's the other problem. It'll give you the same skill over and over and over again when you're rolling, and you're going to go through a lot of gold, and then you have to level the things up. So we got a Spy. Now, Spy, I actually like this one. All right, a little less weapon damage, but this will give you a lot of extra speed. So that's finally a good skill. But yes, sometimes you're going to spend more gold rolling to get a skill that you want than just choosing the ones you want. So honestly, I think you're better off saving up the gold and just choosing the skill. So I've currently spent over 1,000 gold rolling, but I could have just chose a skill for 1,400. So sometimes you save some gold doing this, but sometimes you end up spending like 2,000 or 2,500 gold or 3,000 gold to choose the skill when you do the random rolls just to get one that you want. So is it really worth it to do the randoms? I say save the gold and just handpick the ones you want, because more times than not, I end up spending just as much or sometimes more. It's not that often that I roll and just save gold by getting the ones I want right away. So bottom line is, the first two skills you want are Armor Expert and Roadhog. Those are very important, must-haves for every robot. And I did say I really wouldn't choose damage skills because the 5% damage isn't that much, but there are a few exceptions. Like if I'm using something like a Siren, I might skimp on the durability and stuff and add all the damage skills possible, because that is just a plain out damage dealer. It's going to be squishy, it's going to die pretty easy, but it's going to wreck people when it gets a chance. But it's actually pretty rare that I'm going to choose a bunch of damage skills. Normally we're going for speed and durability, and occasionally if I can't find any other skill that I want, I mean, eventually you do want to try and get all your pilots up to level 70, but once I'm, up there, the pilots are all leveled up, and I can't find any more skills that I want, then I might add a damage skill or just kind of pick the one that seems the most beneficial for that particular robot. So there's a lot of different skills you can pick. Some of them are terrible, some of them are really good, so it just kind of depends on the robot. Some robots do have some skills available that other don't, and it doesn't matter which pilot you throw on it. For example, I said the Lancelot has a ghost skill. It doesn't matter what pilot you have on your Lancelot, the ghost skill will always be available for the Lancelot. So some people think some skills are pilot specific, and that's not really the case, except for the legendary pilots. The legendary pilots will have one extra skill that regular pilots don't, and that skill will be for a specific robot. For example, I'm running the Sylvia Thorn pilot on the Angler, and that pilot is made for the Angler. So the very first skill is Beg Sylvia, which gives Angler and Outside the ability to restore a cooldown on kill, or whatever I just said there. I think I said that wrong, but you know what I mean. So that first skill will only work on the Angler, but if you put this pilot on a different robot, that first skill will be X'd out, but you still get your other 7 skills to choose from. Now, the only reason I definitely suggest trying to get legendary pilots over regular pilots, even if the skill doesn't match, well, the legendary pilots can get gold skills, which are tier 4 skills, and the regular pilots can only get tier 3 skills, which are purple, so the tier 3 skills are not as good. So let's just say you're doing a durability skill, the purple is always going to be less durability than the gold, so you do want to try and get legendary pilots for all of your robots, in my opinion. Even if it's not for that robot, hey, you're still going to be able to get the gold skills. Now, of course, it's always better to have the pilot for the robot, but hey, if you can't get it, sometimes you just got to throw what you got on there and use it. I'm not really recommending that. I don't think that's the best idea, but I'm just saying if you have to, you can. Now, this is a pilot I set up a long time ago. It does have mechanic on it. Mechanic's a cool skill, but a long time ago, a mechanic was awesome. Nowadays, it's not something I normally run, so I would probably end up replacing that. But I got Tough Guy to give him more durability. I got Module Expert to make the modules last longer. And that's one that's barely helpful. That's only going to give you like, what, 1 more second or something of module time. So that's something I would also replace. I got Dodger. I do like the Dodger. I got Adamant Roadhog, which is a situational skill. I'm not so sure about the situational ones, but sometimes they're pretty good. The enemy has to have 3 beacons for that skill to start working. We got Armor Expert to make him stronger, Roadhog to make him faster, but this is just kind of a quick look at a pilot with 70 skills. You just kind of got to go through and figure out which ones are going to help that robot the most. But anyways, I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Click the little bell, set the notifications to all if you want to check out the video's description. There's some ways to help support the channel. There's some game news, some other interesting info, so check out the video's description. There's a thank you button and the join button down below the video and all kinds of good stuff. So, hey, have an awesome day. Catch you guys later. Lightning out. See ya.